Hey everybody, welcome to episode 6 of the Dimeback Retrocast. I am Tyler, joined tonight by Megan Bard.
Hello.
And Russ Steinberg.
Hello.
And Peter Bard.
Hello.
And Kevin Meacham.
Hello.
And tonight for now, we're going to be watching the Big East Tournament Championship game of the 1990 season between UConn and Syracuse in 3, 2, 1.
Defensive play, his ball handling, and obviously his
Who's that?
All right, and against the best
that Derek
teams in the
Coleman?
Yeah, some idiot.
has led the way.
Someone who
so
sucks.
Syracuse 7-0, and you can see, look at this, Derek 21.
What is
Wow,
this?
that's quite a graphic.
23. They have played extremely
Graphic design was my passion in 1990
This is
when I was
hilarious.
2.
Am I wrong to feel like that was a little
He
racist?
really will, and of course his club presses. So this
I mean,
is gonna
it-
be an up-tempo
probably not.
game. Pressure defense, good movement from Syracuse.
Look
on
at old
offense,
Madison
but
Square
one of the
Garden.
things he fears
Yeah.
most
Red
is the
seats.
fact that everybody
So
on
beautiful.
Syracuse's starting club handles the ball well, and they can all finish it off.
Hi, Howie.
Very wise man, a little politicking there. With
Wow,
the
that
Brent
logo.
Musburger. Brent Musburger doing Big East basketball. That is a trip.
CB back at Madison Square Garden in New York City. Big East Championship game.
Wow, that's what New York City used to look like.
Syracuse against the number 2 seed Connecticut.
Back when it was the murder capital of the world.
Before Russ took it over.
Before I took it over.
Look at how young Jim Calhoun looks. His hair's so dark.
I'm not ready to
Got
see young
Pharrell.
Jim Boeheim.
Gotta be.
Nadav. Man, this has got to be the nicest looking game you can. Where's
Dance.
Rod?
He's here. He's around.
Speller's hurt.
Rod Sellers out with a knee injury.
There you go.
George
There we
of
go.
Newark, New Jersey is the point.
R.I.P. Tate.
Perhaps the best athlete on the floor is Chris Smith. He's the
That's
sophomore guard.
sweet little
from
soul
Bridgeport.
patch right there.
They'll match up against Jimmy Boeheim's team this way.
So this is a good choice this week because I feel like people have been talking about Scott Burrell a lot because he was featured in the Michael Jordan doc.
Yes.
Yo, fuck Michael Jordan for not giving Scott Burrell a hug.
Frankly, it's just straight disrespect of Connecticut's great
Look,
Scott
we've
Burrell.
known for a long time that Michael Jordan is a sociopath.
You know what? I think it was great that Michael Jordan was featured in the Scott Burrell doc.
As you would imagine for a game of this magnitude, a veteran crew, Jody Sylvester, Larry Limbo,
Who were these people?
Jim Howell.
Larry Limbo is a
Wait.
fake name.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
The Big
Oh my
East
god!
Pie.
Big East Pie.
Oh my god! I love it. I
Wow,
love
did
it.
Georgetown win one more title after
This is the
Yeah.
storyboard
07.
for Requiem for the Big East.
It's big facts. Big facts.
Oh,
at
how
that
does still
fucking
look like an
orange.
asshole in 1990?
Is that Bernie
How do
Feingold?
those cheerleaders look older than me?
They look like they're 45 years old. That's a very big.
It's just the hair.
That seems like a very pro UConn crowd.
That's a shocker.
Well, in 1990, UConn was known as New York's college team.
It's true.
It does look like Syracuse is wearing the Knicks home jerseys.
Yeah.
George, number 32, brings it to Burrell, who's 24.
Scott Burrell's a little baby, huh?
Yeah.
Billy Owens with the game's
Ooh, my book has the box score for this game. That is excellent.
Don't spoil it.
Yeah, who wins this game?
The fans,
The friends we
You
made
go.
along the way.
you the listener, are the winner tonight.
I don't think I've ever seen this game.
That's a sweet high top fade out. Our friend there is rocking.
Shoot it.
This is Hinnefeld, number 40, sending it back to
I know it's just because the NBA three-point line, but it looks like the college three-point line is about 12 feet from the basket.
Yeah, that looks drastic.
It looks so
I mean,
close.
it's also been moved back twice since this game.
against Georgetown, smoothly, but he missed.
Wow.
Yeah. Is that how Hannafeld got 8 steals a game?
Pretty much, yeah.
People just throwing awful half-court passes to him.
It was quick.
Saw that coming.
Inside, and it's on Edwards.
Wait, what? Okay, that's not what I thought they were going to call him.
concerned about because Edwards not a great defender, and with Tate George having so much
Wow.
he could
Yeah.
have problems.
Still looks like Mr. Magoo.
Yeah, I was thinking the Penguin.
There's so much schnoz, just an extreme amount.
God, Cerulean was not good.
What a
different type of out-of-bounds play for Connecticut than what most coaches use, setting the men up so high.
I was 4 days old when this game was played.
Good lord.
I was 8.
There's another one. Come on, Tate. What are you doing?
Baby, no. By the way, these uniforms are sweet.
They are very classic.
We should have
They really
prop
are.
bets for how long we can make it into this before Megan goes to the uniforms.
Minute 26.
So now I'm a uniform connoisseur. This is the fashion report.
Of course, it's the girl who has the fashion
Yikes.
report.
Off to a bad start.
I feel like the guy who kind of looks like me playing center might not be the move.
Is that you, Tyler?
It might be me. I was 5 days old.
I know you're not shit talking Dan Cerulic.
I think he is.
Dan
I
Cerulic
used
is
to-
a
Dan
little-known
Cerulic
fact.
was-
My dad.
Was known in my house to not be a very good basketball player.
Yeah.
Well, I will tell you,
White guys.
he only plays 12 more minutes in this game, so
Must get a lot of Correno Walker.
Which
yes, we do.
sounds great to me.
That might be a little spoiler there.
I assume there's going to be some more John Gwynn. We're going to get to enjoy
Oh,
some
is
of
He's
that.
not going to score in this
Is
game.
the play that I think of in this game
I don't know. What player are you thinking of?
the play?
No, you're
know
thinking
what?
of Kate George's shot. That was against Clemson.
Not this game.
You're
Yeah, no,
thinking of
Christian
when,
Laettner doesn't play for
You
Syracuse.
got me.
you're thinking of Khalid El-Amin jumping on the scorer's table.
That's
Oh, you
what-
talking about Scotty Burrell jumping over a guy?
No.
Okay, then I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I feel like that was against Wake Forest. And that was
Burrell
in
jumping over a guy.
93. 92? 93.
92, I think.
We should definitely watch that game at some point.
So
Did
this
they-
was
did they
back
win?
when the Big East championship game was on Sunday afternoon.
Yep.
Wild.
Gotta say, so far not great.
Yeah, it looks like they're a little rattled.
They're
a little
biding their
nervous.
time.
What asshole picked this game?
That guy on the left.
Now, the day before in the semifinals, UConn rallied from a 6-point deficit at halftime to beat Georgetown. One player scored in double figures. Do you want to guess who it was?
Corrino Walker.
Smith.
Torino Walker. It was Chris Smith. 18 points.
Dan
So-
Cerulic was my next guess.
So what are the seeds here?
I think 1 and 2.
We are, I believe, tied for first.
We were the 1 seed, definitely.
Well, we're in the
Well,
road
we're wearing
blues,
blue.
so we must have
So
lost
no.
a tiebreaker at the very least, right? Oh, take it, Scott.
Ooh,
Oh, bullshit. Look at him trying to hook
that
Scott
is
Burrell.
horse shit.
I was
Is
wrong. sir.
1990 Ian in the photographer section?
Syracuse
Beach,
was
what'd
the
you
1
say?
seed. Syracuse
That's
was
what I
the 1
thought.
seed. Yeah, I had that wrong.
But we had the same record that year.
Yep. The top 3 teams in the Big East that year were number 4 UConn, number 6 Syracuse, and number 8 Georgetown.
I believe going into this game we were 8,
Sounds right.
but we ended up obviously passing both of them.
We still haven't scored.
I thought that was just in my imagination.
No.
Kevin Ollie ass UConn game.
I wonder if they're not going to score any points in this game. I feel like
Yeah,
I would have
think they
remembered
get
that
shut out.
happening.
I picked the game where they get shut out.
In the Big East championship game.
Yeah.
I bet 5-day-old me was super mad at all these running hook shots.
What?
What?
What? 5-day-old
What?
you? No, that.
Eh?
I can never tell if you're like actually saying something or if you're just
You
doing
see,
like a bit.
The joke is that I said I was 4 days old.
I'm older than Russ.
Tyler and Russ are conjoined twins who are now separated.
I'm Tyler.
I absorbed most of Russ in the womb.
That's why I'm so short.
God, what was that? There's
game
no way that
sucks.
pass was going to work.
Who picked
You're
this
going to
game?
bounce past the pass around a guy to Cyrulik?
Megan
Gotta
wanted
say,
this game.
Listen,
it's gonna be
be fun.
How do we end up with 79 points in this game?
And how much fun is that going to be for you?
This is actually
Looks like
mercy
a-
to not have the score bug on the screen now.
Does this game go 7 overtimes and we just forgot about it?
No.
Does not.
Nope.
Gotta say, a short March 1990 looks like it's in the offing here.
He's smacking people now. Oh, man, I want that jacket so bad.
I think I have
That is
that jacket.
sweet.
10-0.
That jacket is sweet.
Fabulous career at Syracuse.
Is Derek Coleman the one who makes the grills?
Scoring and rebounding leader. He needs 15 more rebounds.
What? Oh,
To tie Rob Sampson's NCAA
See, I can't tell if that's a Coleman drill joke or a George Foreman joke, and either one is really funny to me.
I thought it was Coleman Grills joke.
It was George
I thought
Foreman.
it
I
was
think you meant
Foreman.
grills like for teeth.
We love the ambiguity. We really do.
What is
Like,
that
what?
referencing?
There's a
There you
There
go.
we
There we go.
There we go.
against Georgetown. Gets Connecticut on the board at the 15-42 mark. And now an opportunity comes for him.
Classic Josh Carlton move by Chris Smith.
First time that Connecticut has gotten on the boards and let their guards get involved. Now, if
How did that go in?
be down that low,
All right.
Brent, it's gonna
It's
give
just
Syracuse
great
an
touch.
opportunity to
What up,
win.
Rod?
Here comes a young man into the game with
Here he is.
I thought he was out with a knee injury. They just say Cyrulik sucks too much.
And it's like,
can I
slap
get-
some dirt on it, get out there.
Can I give you a little spoiler alert?
Sure.
Rod Sellers will not be in this game for very long.
Okay. All right.
Some sort of surgery in the offseason. He's going to give it a try.
You should have just formed that as a prediction.
We would never have known.
One might say a short rod is in the offing.
No,
I say that all the time, huh?
we would not.
Pretty good. Heavyweight champ.
Oh, guys, 9-point deficit already. I think we're in trouble.
Matombo and Alonzo Mourning to get the ball just over half court. They had nobody.
Stone is giving us some
over.
trouble.
Put in the walk-ons. Is Jeff Calhoun on the team yet? Put in Jeff Calhoun.
Jeez.
No,
Yeah,
he
Jeff Calhoun
joined
was on this team, wasn't he?
a couple years later.
Oh.
I was gonna say this
He was
is
in that big class of 91.
this is before my time, and I remember Jeff Calhoun. So
Yeah, you were 5 days old.
right.
Ron Ellis is to throw the ball up above the defense.
Ooh,
That
Scott.
was probably goaltending, but whatever.
It was awesome, though.
Goaltending didn't exist in 1990.
We don't care. There are no rules.
Where do you think?
Goaltending isn't called if it's off.
Where do you think Burrell ranks among the like all-time athletes, like most athletic men's basketball players?
Well, we saw
At UConn or at anywhere?
Yeah, no, you can.
he just exploded.
Right, he's
Top
top
five.
five.
He's so quick to the ball. A great arm.
I'd put Sticks ahead of him.
Maybe
Yeah, I
Rudy.
would say Sticks and Rudy are the two
Yeah.
guys I would say I think were better athletes, definitively. Ray is up there. And Andre Jackson, perhaps.
Press like this, you get your points in bunches.
Or Khalid El-Amin.
It is having a tendency to do here.
I think an underrated UConn athlete is Boatwright, who could jump farther off the floor than just about anybody.
Yeah, he was terrifically
Yeah.
athletic.
And crazy strong.
Yeah.
Certainly the shortest player you could throw an alley-oop to.
Yeah.
George couldn't get the roll, knocked free, and here's Edwards. And they
Uh-oh.
bust out again with Coleman, who can put it on the
Ooh,
Yikes.
it's not great.
Not great, Bob.
God, jacked
Syracuse
on
might win the
amphetamines
game.
he is.
Brent, why this is working is Connecticut's guards are penetrating. Nobody's rotating back to stop
Not
the break.
textbook defense.
Syracuse is really taking advantage of the fact
Hate to say it,
now
but
they can release somebody on the fast break. Many
maybe Jim Calhoun's really just an E ECAC level coach.
I mean, to this point,
Makes you think.
maybe.
17.
They can win one NIT, but you can't win a Big East title.
They really shouldn't have passed on whoever 1987 Tom Crean was.
That would be Tommy Penders.
Do it, Chris. Oh, there you go. Torino sighting, huh?
There we go. Torino.
I think about that a lot, that it would have been such an easy sell to hire Penders.
Yeah.
Like, he was pretty good.
Yeah.
And then he ended up, I mean, a couple of years later, he ended up getting the Texas jobs. It's not like people didn't think he was a good coach. And he was a Penders, you know?
Yeah.
But they said, I like this Jim Calhoun fellow.
Man, I got to tell you, that athletic director knew shit.
John Toner.
Tom Joner.
Or Calhoun,
Travel.
or Gino.
That was a travel.
Good tea.
Rules were not invented until 1993.
Correct.
Yeah, they're still using the 10 original rules here.
Whoa.
For example, they're playing with a 45-second shot clock.
John Gwynn sighting.
Oh, yeah.
We love John Gwynn.
There you go, Nadov.
Slowed it up enough.
Man.
Thompson
Jeez.
was fouled, and he will come up to the free throw line, and that could be number 3 on Burrell. Is that who was assessed that personal?
Holy shit.
That is 3 on Burrell, and that
It's not great.
Jesus.
Yeah, not great.
Okay.
We are playing with 6, so he may be able to play in a little bit.
Wait, they're playing with 6 fouls?
That's
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that's right,
Old
yeah.
Big East rule.
that's
Early
right.
90s Big East.
Here comes Chris Mullen into the game.
I would very much like to see us go
Is that
back
Chris
to
Mullen?
6 fouls, personally.
Johnson. Also
But then you just get more fouls.
Is that young Bernie fine?
next to Bernie Fine.
I mean,
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Murray?
he's there.
The Huskies.
The rest of this podcast has been redacted.
Junior forward out on the floor. How about the UConn depth? How good is that?
Well, this ball club really has a 10 to 12 man.
Russ, remind me why I feel like I know the name Bernie Fine, but
Nope.
I
Nope.
couldn't tell you why.
Nope. Nope.
I don't remember as my
Nope.
official answer.
Nope.
As your lawyer, I have to advise you that that is a good decision.
Look at all those UConn fans, guys.
Why is Clyde Vaughn behind the Syracuse bench? What?
Why did they all line up in the lane like that?
That
No
sure
goaltending.
looked like goaltending.
Great
Like
pass.
that was like over the hoop.
No rules. No
Who
rules
threw that
whatsoever.
pass?
Confusion on defense. They've gone man to man.
There you go.
Good hands.
Okay, Murray. Murray
My
Williams
brain
is
is-
sweet.
My brain is
man.
so conditioned to see like the kick out to 3 on a fast break that I'm shocked it didn't happen.
He's only a sophomore. It reminds you some of
Ooh.
the cheeks.
What a pass that was.
There you go.
Love that tiny guy making that finish there.
The microwave.
I do John Gwynn. I love him. My absolute favorite UConn picture was taken at the end of this game.
John Gwynn,
What
also
picture?
known as the only good referee.
That's true.
John Gwynn, who became an astronaut after this game.
That sure looked like a travel there too.
There we go. Look at that. That was gorgeous.
You know, the irony of Nadov was that Jim played him at the 4 out of necessity. I'm sure he would have rather used him as a 3. And he really was such a perfect 4 for the way that like basketball is played now.
Yeah,
Like, he
totally.
can shoot, he can pass, he can handle, but he can rebound, he can D up in the post.
And in transition also,
Ooh, that was
which
pretty.
Smith putting it down, fouled by Johnson.
Anyone else seeing that dude in the crowd with the weird basketball net head?
oh, I
Yes.
missed that.
Was that balls on head guy?
I was going to say it's the father of balls on head guy.
I love when the white guys try and do the flat tops. It's so ludicrous looking.
Which white guy had a flat top?
It was
You
the
look
dude
you
on
look like a
Syracuse.
military person.
Yes, and that's exactly right.
The Chris Mullen, I guess, is kind of what that look is.
James Brown.
What do we think happened to this guy's hand?
That's James Brown. Have some respect.
Offered $200,000 by the Seattle Mariners. Why didn't he take it? Well, it wasn't
He's probably J.O.
But we thought going to college at this time was the best thing for him to do. There's certain things that you can't recapture in life, and one is the college education at this particular time. So baseball's on the back burner, and eventually we hope he'll get into baseball. But right now, we're concentrating on college and education.
Take it, Dove. There you go.
Is Scott Burrell's dad from Brooklyn? Like, am I the only one?
I don't have that information.
I don't know.
He just sounded very much like he had a New York accent.
Ethan, where's Scott Burrell's dad from?
Brooklyn.
You know, it's funny we were laughing, but like this obviously did turn out to be the right choice that he didn't go to baseball. Like, man ended up with an NBA championship. So,
Well,
like,
And a 10-part documentary.
but he
series
was
on
drafted by the
ESPN.
Blue Jays, who won 2 titles in the early 90s.
it's true. Probably made more money in the NBA. Well, maybe not.
Hopkins and Manning, who don't see usually this much playing time early on. Johnson, a better defender than is Edwards.
It's so funny you never see 2 sport athletes anymore. Like that was pretty common
All right,
in the
let's see
90s.
if Calhoun pulls him for that shot.
Closer to Ralph Sampson's record. That's 2 rebounds here in the early
Is that how people shot in 1990? Because I've seen a few of those.
It was a tournament record and tied the overall record for a single game.
Ooh.
Billy Owens, who, if he stays in school, will someday hold all the scoring records at Syracuse. He's the first sophomore
Is that true?
for the Orange to score more than 1,000.
I don't think that happened.
Very smooth, makes it 25-14.
And Brett, when Billy Owens hits that jumper, it really opens things up for the Syracuse half-court offense. The only games they played.
I just want Nadav to take 30 more crazy-ass hook shots. Where you going,
Dove was a
John?
really fun player
Jesus.
to watch.
Whoa.
What?
How did that work? Wait, what?
I don't know. Like that he definitely threw that right to a Syracuse guy. John Gwynn, everything he did didn't make sense, but it worked.
He's a
Funny thing about
frantic
Trey
little dude.
Walker is he's like not that tall, but he's like such a big dude. That, like it didn't really
Walker?
matter.
Yeah, he was like 6'7", 250.
Yeah, you just was like you so strong.
He's the guy that we're not getting. What's his name? I don't remember where he's transferring from, but he just announced that we're not in his top 6 or whatever.
The beefy
The guy with
VCU
last name.
guy.
Silva?
Yeah,
the
the VCU
PV
guy.
25-17, it was 10-0 before Connecticut scored.
Is he also going to prison?
No.
I hope not.
We got 2 felons on this UConn roster, huh?
That's right.
Wait, who's the second one?
Tate and Torreno.
Oh, right, Torreno.
Johnson, that was great body control. He was sealed off by the trees underneath.
And Bernie Fine on the other bench.
Oh, that's,
Yikes! Crime time.
And also
Oh, boy.
Jim Boeheim.
also Trebehan killed a guy.
Yeah. I didn't say it.
70% from the free throw line, over 10 points a game, and as I said, averaging just at 17 minutes a game. That's putting some points on the board.
Billy Hughes certainly fingered the right sub for
Wait,
Connecticut
what?
today. John Gwynn was 6 points, 3 of 4 from the field.
Yeah, this is the John Gwynn game, if I remember correctly.
Caught up in Billy fingering somebody.
Lyman
Reed.
Caprice.
Yes.
Junior, you will hear
Certainly could be called the John Gwynn game.
this Connecticut team.
That's right.
The
Some might
only
say.
senior
Some might say.
George from Newark.
Love this dude.
Team of the future as
You know, you all know my love for guards.
Gwynn, the first player
Gwynn's like a classic UConn
Did,
guard.
Mitch,
Khalid
did you just
unusual.
open up a new user?
James Brown's
No.
alma mater. The young man doing extremely
Someone
well.
just joined.
Santa.
swinging 3, but he traveled.
Khalid Claus.
I have a sense right now with this lineup on the floor, Owens out now and Stevie Thompson back in, Connecticut can make a run. Syracuse doesn't match up quite as well when they get out of that starting lineup. Connecticut's bench seems to be a little bit more flexible right now.
What?
Ugh.
An errant pass that time was a bit out
Playing a little
of
too
control
Oh,
fast.
and sort of just threw it aside. So here in Madison Square Garden with James Brown and Billy Packer, I'm Brent Musburger. Welcome to the Big East Championship. 9:06 to go in the first half. Syracuse, which led 10-0, now struggling a bit. They lead it, though, 25-19.
Jeez.
All right.
What happened to Edwards? He thought he could beat one man, which he did, but he didn't realize he was going to.
It appears as if Syracuse is a badly coached team that can't adjust.
Oh,
That can't be true.
Give me a break.
God, that was a terrible call.
He's trying to stop the bleeding.
What an absolutely garbage call.
I'm just saying, if John Gwynn was coaching this game, that wouldn't have been called.
That's exactly right.
One of the things that Jim Calhoun cannot afford today is a quick whistle.
Or reffing. It wasn't. Never mind.
We knew what you meant.
It wasn't a very good joke, even if I had landed it.
It's fine.
That's why it was very important to go back and fix it.
Definitely did not step on that at all.
Looks like Torino wasn't in prison for that long.
What did he do?
Selling coke.
Oh.
And he had a gun on him when they arrested him.
Cool.
I mean, I think we can all agree that Syracuse is way worse than that. Like, Ponzi schemes are bad, but Syracuse is way worse.
Yeah.
I'm gonna shout out Jeff Jacobs, who wrote this 1999 article about Walker being arrested. I'm reading, and it is centered around a letter that Walker wrote to Jim Calhoun. And here's the kicker to the article. This is why Torino Walker, a man who says he has found his own redemption, ended his letter to Calhoun with the most powerful words he could conjure: "Beat Duke."
That's a very Jacobs kicker.
Yeah.
I wish I had been on the jury. So I would have acquitted Torino Walker for having beat Duke.
You must acquit.
If UConn beats
What
Duke,
did he get arrested for again?
Selling coke.
Coke.
No, I would have acquitted him because who gives a shit?
And he had,
Well, he also had a gun.
Well, okay. Still.
They set that big, high, solid screen. Edwards has had trouble with it all day.
This is the era of the 95-second shot clock.
that's right.
Some say this play is still going on today.
That was definitely also goaltending, but it worked in our favor this time, so you know, it's fine.
He challenged the boards that time.
NFL is taking some wild-ass shots in this game.
I know. That's why it was so fun.
Like, someday we should watch a game where he plays well so that this all makes sense.
Finishing it off against the press. Johnson, another one that can come off.
We'll find the Duff Hennefeld game.
That Georgetown game.
Yeah, that's true. That would also be a really fun one to watch.
What is the lunatic
He's currently
UConn
looking up the
fans? I
box
love
score
it.
to the Georgetown game.
the one in XL or Hartford.
I
Yeah.
guess it's okay during free throws to stand up. They're not going to suspend the game, but it's during.
Yeah, 21 and 5 assists, 5 steals. Pretty good.
Yep. It's probably.
Fans never sit down. You've been down there, haven't you?
Are they implying that fans were not allowed to stand during the game?
Yes.
That's what it sounds like.
Worth noting that the starting power forward, I think, because I think Dikembe was at center for that Georgetown team, was Alonzo Mourning.
Yep.
Yeah, that team was enormous.
That team had no one I've ever heard of besides those two guys.
Who else was on the team?
Those are two pretty good guys, though.
Well, yeah, it's pretty. Their starting 5 for that game was Mark Tillman. He was the only guard listed in the starting lineup.
Not what you want.
Mourning and Tate at forward, and Michael Tate at forward, and Mutombo and Dwayne Bryant at center.
2 centers plus Mourning. Huh.
Would it surprise you to know that they turned the ball over 22 times in that game?
It would not.
A team that seems to be peaking at NCAA tournament time. We'll see where the Ramblin' Wreck will be assigned at 6:30 tonight. Figured to be one of the 16 seeds now, having won the ACC Tournament Championship.
Brent Light, Connecticut, they're a club that can go.
What seed did Syracuse get in the tourney?
Connecticut go to Hartford.
I think they were. Was this the year they lost to the 15th seed? Or was that the following year?
So we know this game is on a Sunday afternoon. They just said the selection show is at 6:30. So they must have had these two teams penciled in at 1 and 2. Or
This was the selection show that I tweeted a little while ago, where they
were 2 seed in the Southeast.
Yeah, they announced the picks while the games were still going on.
Oh, that's right. They had one bracket that was like Big West champion, and it was either like Long Beach State or whoever, and whoever it was going to be a 9 seed no matter what.
So Syracuse in this tournament went to the Sweet 16.
Lost to the Minnesota Golden Gophers. And Clem Haskins was there.
How do you remember that?
I'm looking at it on
Wikipedia.
Oh, okay. I was like, all right.
Peter, take the win. Yo, Lyman DePriest kicks ass.
Yeah.
He was an awesome defender, and just like good, like Calhoun just churned out like these kind of unskilled but like aggressive athletic wings who could rebound in D and like get steals. That's a dog shit call.
I feel like every time UConn scores, Syracuse does that like video game thing where you just throw it as long as you can and hope.
That's a terrible call. Like, you can't call the foul on one of the two guys going up for that ball.
Especially the guy who's closest to the ball.
Yeah, like he's got position.
Yeah, that was a terrible call.
That's what Jim's saying. That's bullshit.
Hey, so here's a fun thing about this NCAA tournament. UConn played Boston University in the first round. Does anyone know who their coach was?
Boston
Jim
University's
Calhoun.
coach would have been Rick Pitino.
It was not Rick Pitino.
No, who am I thinking
That
of?
was after the
What are you doing, Duff?
George Blaney?
No.
Nice pass.
It was somebody pretty famous, though, right?
Yes. Well, it is someone you definitely know.
Al Skinner.
It is not Al Skinner, but you're on the right track.
Is
I
it
am?
Red Auerbach?
No.
George Blaney.
Still not George Blaney.
Is it somebody else? Not like Rick Barnes. Is it?
Oh, I just looked
No,
it
Rick
up.
Barnes was at Providence.
I looked it
I
up,
knew
and
that-
that is an annoying one.
Yeah.
It's an
I have no
annoying
idea.
one.
Yeah.
Wait, is it Steve Lapis?
Nope.
No.
I don't know. I give up.
It was Mike Jarvis.
Another guy with, well, a bad personality. Yeah, he was very annoying. He was a pretty good coach for a little.
Yeah.
The last time St. John's was relevant.
Ooh. That was dirty.
There was.
So Torino Walker is like our best player.
Yeah, I was going to say, how many people would you kill to get Trina Walker on the squad, Tyler?
Yeah, between Walker and DePriest, it's kind of like some guys who could do some things here.
Right? I feel like that was always Calhoun's skill, was getting these just super, super athletic dudes who could like run up and down the floor all night. And
Well, until he could start recruiting like really good players.
yeah, best athletes you could find.
Is that they will wind up with a top seed. If they lose it, it doesn't seem likely. If Syracuse
I wanted to make note of that countdown to Albertville graphic, just to point out that much like in 1992, we're going to have back-to-back Olympics within like 6 months of each other. It's going to be great.
That'll be fun.
Like, I'm glad they switched it so I can enjoy my Olympics more leisurely. But yeah, it was pretty dope when they were in the same year.
Who has only been averaging 7 minutes a game, is playing in the Big East like he's an all-conference performer.
And then they switched him up, and they only did 2 years between. I think it was it Winter Olympics
It was 94
and 92.
Yeah, it was
was
94
the last
winter.
was the year they changed it, because it was 92 they had both, and then they had the Winter Olympics again in 94.
Yeah.
And then 96 it was in Atlanta, and 98 was the winter in Nagano. 2000 was in Sydney.
Mm-hmm.
I can't do any. I can't remember 02.
Really?
Was 02 in the U?
Wasn't that
02 involved a former governor who ran for president in charge of their.
Salt Lake,
That's right, Salt Lake.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. 02 was Salt Lake. 04 was Athens. 06, I can't remember.
Nobody remembers those days.
is that Italy?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Torino.
Torino.
Yeah.
Ooh, what a pass.
Or as we say in the U.S., Turin. 08, I remember was Beijing. I always remember the Summer Olympics because the Summer Olympics is
better.
obviously superior.
Objectively better.
Anyone who likes the Winter Olympics better is
A Soviet. Like you got to be some sort of Eastern European or Scandinavian to feel that way.
I was going to say big lamewad.
Also that. Certainly a neoliberal.
So this is much better. I like it when
Oh my God. We
we're
really.
winning.
Yeah, all of a sudden the score pops up and you're like, oh, this rules.
That was always the fun thing about these teams is they just get in a thing where like the other team wouldn't get any shots. They just start turning the ball over and over, and you just be scoring fast breaks over and over again.
It's the nice thing about the pressure defense, and kind of it's similar to Hurley, honestly. Like, it doesn't necessarily work right off the bat, but eventually the other team starts to tire out, and you get a bunch of turnovers and points in bunches.
Shout out to Hurley for those Instagram game recaps, which kick ass if you're not following them.
I love them so much. It's just so nice to have insight into like what.
Imagine scoring at the end of that fucked up play.
Championship game to do it. A total of 10 now in the first half off the bench for UConn.
Oh,
God.
She was so
Imagine
mad.
the 2017 UConn team with a 45-second shot clock.
They might have gotten shut out against
they would have
someone.
scored 37 points a game.
It would still have had shot clock violations.
They would have gone to triple overtime against Cincinnati and lost 17-12.
It's a high-scoring third overtime.
Second time today we've seen Syracuse battle on a missed free throw. That one coming up successfully with points. Good hands by Williams.
Tate George out on top. The lone senior directing traffic here for the Huskies.
Oh no.
But see, that's the thing about those guys. It's like sometimes they forget who they were, and they would do that.
Back in for Connecticut. Johnson will replace Manning for Syracuse.
Good reminder that any basketball player playing now would just absolutely smoke anyone who played 30 years ago. All due respect.
Shout out Bill Simmons.
Thompson breaks deep behind Walker.
Doofus.
That's a nice little pass right
Hey,
there. Thank you.
Nadav could still hang. Nadav could still hang.
Oh, what is that?
Yeah, that's not great.
Shooting a three was so unorthodox that they just stare at it while the other team gets down the court. We only take 8 in this game.
I was going to say, I think that's the first make. Oof.
We're, I think, 1 for 4 in the first half.
Wow.
What?
That's awful.
Wow. That's a crazy call.
2:05 to go in the first half. Connecticut's 30,
That's crap.
Syracuse 33.
Walker almost great anticipation, almost with another steal. There it is.
Jeez.
NFL alone looking for help.
Nice finish.
Amazing.
Nice haircut. Let's go.
Smith was good.
He is Huskies #1 all time.
I hope nobody ever breaks that record.
And it's a 3-on-2 for UConn. George off the fake goes to Williams, gets it back. Now Walker.
Has anyone come close? I don't even think anyone's close to him.
Rip was reasonably close.
If he had stayed another year, Rip would have passed him.
Oh, yeah, there were definitely a few guys. If Rip or Ray had stayed another year,
Yeah.
Kemba, they all would have passed him. But that's the thing. You're never going to have somebody who
Right.
scores this well stay 4 years again.
Right.
What did Vital end up with? Because that's like the minimum, the maximum guy who can stay for 4 years.
He ended up in the top 10.
But he is exhausted. He's asking to come out right now. And no,
It'd be nice if Vital got like another year of eligibility on account of just kicking ass. I don't know if that's something they could do.
I don't see why not. There's nothing in the rules against it.
No.
Ain't no rule.
Calhoun ignored him, but one of the assistants said, "Get him out of there before he dies."
What the fuck?
Yeah, we talk about death on these broadcasts. Like Jim Boeheim.
What the hell?
And the foul is against Coleman, his third.
Suck it, DC.
Billy Owens did everything he could do. He beat
Dan Ceruleck.
alter the shot. Cyrillic with
A better basketball player than Derek Coleman, I think that proves.
The best basketball player with the initials DC in this game, certainly.
You just can't play any better. You know, before, when the year started early, John Wooden said he enjoyed watching Kansas play more than any team in the country because of their intricate half-court offense. But, you know, if he'd watched this club, I think he would like them a lot, too, in the way that they run this defense. It's just...
That's right. John would learn a lot from Jim Calhoun, who's a better coach than Josh Wooden.
Right.
5 of 13
right.
Syracuse from the floor. Is that from the floor or the free throw line?
It's gotta be from the free throw line.
I think taken 13 free
Hello,
throws.
Dave.
This is Dave Lato.
70%
Hello, Bernie.
career record
But yes, Meech, I agree with your obviously true statement that Jim Calhoun is a better basketball coach than John Wooden. And I'm not being ironic.
Of course.
Jim Calhoun had Sam Gilbert throwing car keys to every superstar kid coming out of high school.
To up 9, 42.
We only did that to Rudy Gay.
Well, we did that to a few more players, actually.
And
But-
purple.
Still fewer than John Wooden.
Still, it was a different era.
They were better cars in any event.
I mean, this was Calhoun coached in the era where everyone was throwing car keys to players. So, like, he had to have the best car keys.
Connecticut's ball off Georgia's hands and out of bounds. 4.5.
So, like, why aren't we throwing car keys to players? I don't understand. They probably need a car.
Yeah.
I have to say, we'd probably have been doing better the last like 4 years had we thrown car keys at players. Trash.
Oh,
No.
pretty sure Cerullo got that in.
On that field goal, buzzer.
That was the opposite of that block shot.
Dun, 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 dun.
Basketball. Basketball.
Great
Basketball. Get back.
All the listeners are
Ball.
just humming along with all they know.
Connecticut gets 22 points.
Be-
God, I loved playing in the East Tournament.
Lead into the locker room.
Well, you're in luck, Peter, because in 2021, after the 2022, after the pandemic ends, we're gonna be back at the Big East tournament.
I meant I liked playing drums at the Big East Tournament. But yeah, that'll
Some
be fun
good
too.
news.
They've invented drums again.
Then off the bench, one of the key things. Connecticut with
You know,
Imagine
maybe I'll
being
sit in my
a-
house and I watch on TV and I'll play along on my new toy.
scoring a career high 10
Did anyone catch how far into the game before we scored? Because we ended up with 42.
George.
It was like 5 minutes.
It was a while.
So 42 in 15 minutes with a 3-minute shot clock.
Message and a word from your local
Yeah.
station.
Pretty good.
Connecticut leading 40.
And one made 3.
Yes.
Calhoun in his 4th year at Connecticut. He's the true marathon man. While he was up at Northeastern for 14 years,
Is he?
5 times he ran the Boston Marathon.
Wait,
4
what?
times
What?
He has run
What?
the New York City Marathon.
What?
How many ribs did he
He
break?
calls it up in Boston as a runner's marathon. Here in New York, he said that's a people's marathon. But to give you an idea of how hard he's been working up in stores, he's not run a single marathon since he took that job 4 years ago. Now a
Lazy.
chance to win his first.
How many has he run since he started at St. Joe's?
Another 8.
Did he ever finish one? You know, I can run in one. Did he finish?
He was definitely not the Rosie Ruiz of the men's marathon.
There's a reference.
Topical.
By George.
Wasn't Rosie Ruiz like 10 years before that?
Burrell
Is that just the most recent reference for Brent Musburger?
uses the handle underneath.
Burrell, who was our
Is Brent
Let's check.
Musburger already senile in this game?
did not score in the first half.
Yeah, it was 1980. I was gonna say I remember it was like early 80s.
Yeah, it was way before that.
I didn't realize she passed away last year.
Oh. R.I.P. Rosie, a real one.
Has reminded me of a remarkable stat.
Living the dream that
UConn
we all would do if we could, of cheating to win a marathon.
That's still not as good as the one I'm saving up, Brent, to tell you today.
I mean, better that than actually running 26.2 miles.
In the history of sport.
Well, now you have piqued our interest, Professor.
2-3 zone, still going for Connecticut and being played so well.
Ellis missing outside.
UConn definitely the best 2-3 zone team in this game, for sure.
Now it is Smith.
Look at that.
Made
Look at
three-pointer.
that.
Drink.
And it's a 10-point Connecticut
Okay.
lead. That is a 20-point
Way ahead of you.
swing from early in the game when Syracuse led it by 10.
Syracuse got to figure out a way to get Derek Coleman.
I'm no mathematician, but I think UConn's outscored them by 20 since then.
That sounds about right, Russ.
Coleman pushed Hennefeld off to even get that ball, and I think that Hennefeld gets caught second.
Coleman sucks.
You'll see it right here.
More like
Derek Coleman
old
pushes
man.
off. There's the push off, and he gets the rebound.
Oh, wow.
Third on Hennefeld.
Syracuse having to figure out a way to get Derek the ball in scoring position. He's been spending a lot of time today distributing the ball from way outside.
They have sent Scott out of the floor. Tony Scott, he's a zone buster from deep, and he puts it right up and bangs in a three. I was surprised we didn't see more of him in the first half. As Burrell gets
Finish that.
presence, missed the shot. Owens off. It's 3-on-2.
Wow. That's a hell of a pass.
So just like that, a 10-point lead was cut in half.
So the Madison Square Garden PA guy announced the score as far back as 1990.
Wow.
I feel like that's like an old-timey arena thing that just stayed at MSG because it's MSG.
Yeah. It's something I've always just associated with MSG.
That's 12 points for the game.
I like it.
Edwards cannot handle Tate George. He just plays right over the top of him.
Wish I could invest in Tate George.
Oh, no.
Oh,
What?
when's he get out of jail?
I think it's going to be against Stevie Thompson pushing Hennefeld out to make room for.
Say that again?
Any day now.
When does Tate get out of jail?
Ball State qualifying again for the NCAA as Johnson
2022.
back in for Syracuse.
That's a move that Jimmy Boeheim.
Oh, we should have him on the pod. We should do the Clemson game with him
More size on Tate George.
if we're still quarantined.
Let's see what he's done. He's put Stevie Thompson, his
Or if we're not.
defender, out on George. Now Johnson switches with him. Get a little bit more size. Tough to match up with a 6'5" guard that can really handle.
Wow. That was nice.
Coleman coming right back for the Orangemen. Scott has not been bashful. A left-handed runner. That's what they want him to do off the bench.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
On a goaltending.
That's a travel.
Yes,
That's
it
like
was.
7 or 8 steps right there.
Tony Scott in the last 10 days or so has
Yeah, that's
Okay.
definitely goaltending.
Oh,
Intense goaltending.
fuck off.
game. This fella, we know has the stroke to shoot.
Hashim Thabit would have had like 300 more blocks if that's legal.
Great spacing on the half-court offense by Connecticut.
Connecticut leading it 49-42, 16:30 left in regulation. Big East Championship on the line here in Madison Square Garden. Both these teams will be in the field of 64.
UConn wins.
Pass on the inside to Smith. It comes
Yeesh.
What the fuck was that?
What? What are you doing, Nadav? Just grab it.
Yeah, if I were Nadav, I would have simply stolen the ball there.
That's the third on Torino Walker.
And Brent, to put Hennefeld's last slap away there, had he made that steal, that would have been for him on the year 131, which would have tied him with Mookie Blaylock as the all-time NCAA assist leader for a single season, which is hard to comprehend.
Where did Mookie Blaylock play, Tyler?
At the Atlanta Hawks University.
You're talking about Pearl Jam?
Bowman was fouled. Now that was Walker, but let me correct that previous one. They have straightened that out, that it was George's third, and now it's 3 on
Oklahoma.
So just to set the...
Would not have been one of my 10 guesses.
So we've got a timeout. We've got 16 minutes remaining. It's 49-42 UConn.
What's up, man?
Billy, you and I are joined by a record turnout of print journalists who are covering this. 23 papers alone staff every game that Connecticut plays. Vic Siegel, who writes an entertaining column for the New York Daily News, had an anecdote today. His wife said, "Who's going to win the Big East?" And he said, UConn.
Man.
And his wife said, "Why is a team from Alaska playing?"
Is that my future?
They are the Huskies.
That's exactly right.
They are the Huskies. That's a Jimmy Topser.
Inbounds pass goes deep and out of bounds, and it's Syracuse ball.
Jim Calhoun, pretty good ball handler out there himself.
So many swears. Constant F words.
49-42.
Screaming at everyone.
Out of bounds by Barrett.
Brent, one of the things that players who play against Connecticut's defense have to understand, you are not going to throw the pass overhead inside because they're so quick off their feet. You need to sit down a little bit and think about throwing some bounce passes underneath those extended arms.
Burrell with the interception.
Well, Tom Davis at Iowa, Boston College style, we got so used to up in this part of the country. The bounce pass will work much more effectively than the over-the-head two-handed chest pass.
Taken off by Coleman to Thompson and hit him out of hand.
Ugh.
Couldn't control his speed.
Ooh.
Was there a moment in like 1994 where teams were like, what if we put a guy back so they can't just throw that pass all the time?
Was second in the country in steals this year.
I mean, it had to happen at some point.
That prompted someone to give him the nickname the Gaza Strip. But not that time. He couldn't hold on to the ball. UConn coming back on the attack. Burrell out on top for
Ooh.
three. Misfiring. Coleman with another rebound.
Is it me, or does the player jump 8 feet on every three-point attempt?
Yeah.
They hadn't figured out the animations yet.
Yeah, it looks like remember double dribble for the NES? That's they shoot the same way.
He has fired in 8 points, and he pulls Syracuse to within 2.
This isn't as good as it was before
14.5.
No.
when we were up by more points.
I did enjoy that more.
First half bench scoring in favor of Connecticut. Scott changing things around a little bit now. You can see the great spacing here allows anybody who cuts free not to have any defensive help. That's why there needs to be more pressure on the ball. Passers got all day to make a decision.
No shot before the shot.
How much more annoying would it be to foul like that with 4 on the shot clock when the shot clock is the entire half?
Chevrolet most for each team and Billy a $1,000 scholarship to the general scholarship.
Only one of those guys is playing in this game.
Point about Connecticut. Yesterday we
No, wait, none of them. I forgot who we were playing for a second.
Williams comes in, but here today it's a different standout.
Syracuse in the zone, out of bounds.
Smith wants it over here on the side.
You know, as poorly as Connecticut shoots, I wonder why more teams don't play them some zone. This is pretty effective right now for Syracuse. They've changed some things around as to what Connecticut was doing.
Syracuse.
This was the game where Jim Boeheim invented the 2-3 zone.
That would be bad for Jimmy Boeheim to stay in the zone for a while.
Deflected by NFL.
I've heard that the 2-3 zone causes coronavirus.
It's correct.
Smith with the layup.
That was beautiful.
That's the classic UConn field goal.
And that one gives Nadav a tying steal record with Mookie Blaylock.
A tying steal record.
It goes over to the Huskies.
Brent, Syracuse still can't get Derek Coleman in the offense. Remember yesterday in the game, he did not score for the first 14 minutes. Never touched it, and he's not getting the ball now either.
He's scoreless in the second half, though. And Coleman has 5 points for the game.
You really need a backup technology option here.
Yeah.
And yesterday, Villanova put him on the free throw line. Connecticut is not
What,
Guest trying to join. He was struggling
Oh, no.
like our last guest.
Wait, is that him down there?
Yeah, I'm trying to troubleshoot on a different computer here too.
Man, that's a nice move.
It's weird how this works seamlessly for all of us, and then as soon as we want to have a guest on, it fails.
And did you see what he did defensively? Get Thompson to the sideline.
Coleman's posting up inside. He's got Gwynn down there with him. He can score there.
Coleman battling now for his first field goal in the second half.
That is their answer. Williams, a pretty good one-on-one player. Scott not
When did the Big East switch to Saturday Night Championship?
It's a great question.
I have no idea.
My father would probably know.
Interesting choice.
Was the Ray Allen Georgetown game afternoon game or a night game?
Here's Coleman again.
That's a
I don't know.
great question.
It was a night game. It was a night game.
Yeah. Was it? Yeah.
As I remember watching it at night. The Corshanes were at our house.
Okay.
Instead to Williams, his second. So he was double teamed. And
I mean, I remember watching it. I feel like night. That feels right.
George comes back into the lineup for Connecticut.
Brennan, the win over Connecticut, Derek Coleman scored 29 points and had 12 rebounds. When you see those kind of stats in a winning cause, you've got to figure out ways to have him heavily involved. Number 24, Scott Burrell, for the Huskies, replacing
Burrell returning. NFL will sit.
Of course, Gwynn in the ball game known as instant offense took Smith's place. Let's see if he gets the job done in a hurry.
I have no idea what the score is. It's hilarious.
Well, I know Illinois beat Indiana 69-63
We've got a timeout.
in what would have been a regular season game.
Right.
Syracuse when you
Cool.
come back.
There we go.
Hey,
The summary would show that the UConn defense has
Pizza Hut game summary.
season average as far as turnovers are concerned for Syracuse, only 13 a game.
Some nice color
They
work,
have turned it
really
over 18
differentiating the
times in this
different
game.
columns of text. I appreciate that.
Well, they made some things orange for no reason.
James Brown, I'm Brent Musburger.
It's very confusing.
With us later in the day, about 6:30 Eastern Time. All the seeds will be revealed on CBS. That's a show that you don't want to miss. It's always a lot of fun.
Glenn has Edwards.
I find it so hard sometimes to put myself in the mindset of like just what a mind fuck this season must have been if you were a UConn basketball fan.
I think about that all the time.
So much.
Because UConn had been a winning program before, but
They were never a top team.
No,
Not an
they-
elite team.
were they ever ranked at any point?
They
Yes.
went to they
Yes.
went to some NCAA tournaments and stuff, but like not. They were
Right.
not like a consistently. They won the Yankee Conference a lot,
Right.
but that was it.
But that, yeah, like they went to the tournament when the tournament was regional, and
Yeah.
was like, oh, there's like 3 good teams in the East. We'll invite UConn, sure.
Right.
They were ranked 18th in the country in 1954. and 20th in the country in 1980-81. And they were ranked once the season before this. They were ranked 18th.
That's right.
But yeah, this season was pretty wild.
Yeah, and then you go from that to what were we, 26-3, 26-4 at this point.
And like beating all of these powerhouse teams that we'd never beaten. You know, this is
And
the
also
first
beating
big
Syracuse.
tournament. Yeah, beating Syracuse. Yeah, well, yeah, there's that. Yeah. But I mean, this was before UConn had ever won a Big East tournament.
He doesn't want Coleman to bust loose here.
And it is weird because like every time in the last like 5 years that UConn's won a big game, like you feel it again very briefly.
Yeah.
Like, oh, we're gonna be good again, and then
Yeah, like it's exciting and fun.
broadly gesturing at everything else.
But yeah,
We say we're going to be good again, and then we listen to you meet him in the Slack for 5 minutes and get
That's right.
depressed again.
They call me the realist. You know what would be cool if we could get Khalid El-Amin on a podcast?
It would actually be cool if we could get him on to this podcast.
Just thinking that out of nowhere.
Crazy.
If you're listening an hour into this Retrocast, and it sounds really weird right now, it's for a reason.
Shit's fucked up.
We're very good at technology.
So good.
All right, so we took like an hour off right now, and I'm trying to remember what was happening in this game.
I believe we're up 2.
Seems it's a close game.
And Torreno Walker has been good.
Oh, that was dirty.
Ugh.
Brandon Walker do cocaine with beats at 7 until 3 a.m.
No.
Please edit that.
No parole violations. Shoot
I
it.
mean, like, realistically, I would, but
For the culture.
Get turned. Oh man.
Oof, cheap.
you know, there's 8 minutes left, and we've made a lot of shot clock jokes, but you may want to get them in because there's only 2 possessions left in this game.
That is a wild suit combination. Like nothing matches anything. Oh.
Let's go.
Oh.
Let's go. Get out of his way.
It's a John Gwynn game.
Yeah, that's right, Jim.
All right, James.
Touchdown. Jim Calhoun. That's what we always called him.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
That's some LJ continuation, I would say.
That shot clock reset with the ball in the air.
They knew. They knew it was going in.
This young man, despite only playing 16 minutes a game, has 21 of 30 games in double figures this year.
Lyman DePriest is actually French for Lyman the Priest.
Is that Lyman of Priest?
Oh, yeah, of Priest.
Yes.
Sorry.
Of Priest.
I only took 9 years of French.
Marcel Steinberg.
Mish, we missed you on the Gabby cast because she was speaking some French.
What? Oh, really?
Yeah. She's fluent.
I'm so mad I missed that.
Yeah.
She said specifically she was looking forward to seeing Meech.
Damn it.
Speaking French with Meech.
I've always said Gabby good. I've always said this.
It's true. It's true.
She also seemed relatively unamused when I said ooh la la.
Gabby, have you met Meech?
Gabby, si tu veux parler avec moi, téléphonez-moi, s'il vous plaît.
No one knows what you're talking about. You
I had no
idiot.
idea that's how you said cocaine in French.
Gabby, prenez la cocaïne avec moi.
Hey, it's an exciting tie game, guys.
Yeah, tied
Wow.
at 60.
Yeah.
Hey, the score. We haven't seen that in a while.
Yeah, it's only 2 hours.
What's the score? Look at Billy Packer.
Billy Packer's just
Billy Packer looks like
in Musburger's
72 here.
face.
God, look at those glasses. Those are ridiculous.
It's like he's dressed up as a nerd.
Is that his real hair?
I'm looking at Rafi sweater.
No way.
He uses keeps.
That's right. Podcast is brought to you by Keep.
Shout out to UConnHuskyGames.com.
It's beautiful.
You can go in the
Shout out
There
to
you go.
UConn alumnus Joe DiMaggio.
Okay. Okay.
That's right.
This is the messiest podcast we've ever done.
Not possible.
I don't think that's correct.
Yeah. This isn't even the messiest retrocast we've ever done.
There's the one that we threw away.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
That-
Megan
that-
kept putting on iPhone videos.
It wasn't me. It was not me.
And the one we had to do via Zoom where half of us couldn't see the game.
Including our guest, who was very polite, pretending to know what was happening in the game.
I think she knew.
I mean,
You
she
might have been the
knew,
only
like,
one who knew.
I turned the game on my phone.
Yeah, that was smart.
I was watching it on another. I was like, this is never going to work.
I wasn't smart enough to do that.
We had a Zoom meeting for work today, and the head of school tried to show us a video on that he had, and it was like, everyone was like, no, we will not be able to see or hear this.
So if somebody wants to invent new technology real quick that would let us all watch YouTube videos together while we video chat, that'd be super helpful.
Go.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
there it is. Is that the play you were
Fucking
thinking
love
of?
it.
We should get John Gwynn on the podcast.
John
should.
Glenn, come on.
I love it. Look at that. Ridiculous.
What a finish!
Gorgeous.
That's
It's kind of like a frog.
Put a little English on that.
Like a frog?
Yeah, doesn't he kind of look like a frog? He's like very bouncy. I feel like he has long legs. Like,
What do you
Interesting.
think frogs look like?
No idea. Have you ever seen a frog?
well, not, in real life.
Oh my God!
Wow. That is ridiculous. What a terrible call.
Let's take a close look at the young man Gwynn when he
Very
See?
frog
I
like.
love
Frog.
it.
Michael Jordan is undoubtedly
I love it.
I see the tongue, but what impresses me most are the eyes. He really
See?
What the fuck?
His eyes
are
are
they
very
talking
impressive, just like a frog. Famous eyes.
off the bench. Threw in 2 threes and a left-handed runner. Here's got
I hope the next time he's shooting free throws, they zoom in on him catching a fly with his tongue.
Oh my lord.
Look at that. They lined everyone up on the free throw line.
Oh no.
Oh, this is good.
Oh no.
Does
These
anyone?
guys forget that they're reffing a Big East game?
Well, it's 6 fouls, so they can do more.
Albertville.
Countdown to
Is this
Albertville.
before everyone had to tuck in their jerseys?
Probably.
Because Syracuse jerseys are extremely untucked right now.
Does that offend you?
A little bit, yeah.
Speaks to a lack of discipline and bad coaching, I would say.
Yep.
Very poor vehicular safety.
Does anyone want to guess how many points John Gwynn averaged in the 1990 NCAA tournament?
14.
That's a good guess.
Well, an interesting thing, Brent. The number one
Yeah.
and number 2 seeds have never
Anybody else?
lost an opening round game, so I
12.
13.5.
Russ, do you have a guess?
No, I do not.
Well, you would all lose by Price is Right rules. He had 10.75 points per game.
That's what I said.
What were his points per game in the regular season?
I think he had like 10 in the regular season.
8.9.
Yeah.
I was guessing.
We have not commented on extremely different looking Glenn Miller on the UConn bench
I didn't notice.
Me either.
because he's the guy who looks nothing like Glenn Miller.
Is he sitting on a lily pad?
No.
Have we ambiened?
No, I've just been doing podcasts for 4 hours.
A
John Gwynn
Diamondback
was-
is best known for its frog jokes.
I listened to a couple of podcasts the other day that were apparently recorded back to back. It was 2 like movie podcasts, One of them they were talking about Mars Attacks, and one of them they were talking about some
That
other
was Glenn
movie.
Miller, by the way.
I missed it again.
And they kept forgetting what had happened in which movie because they had watched both movies and then they had done 2 podcasts in a row.
Glenn Miller looks psychotic. Was he not wearing glasses?
He was not wearing glasses.
Yeah, I don't like that. Shoot
Fun
him.
fact, the French word for frog is grenouille.
I know.
Tyler knows frog in 47 languages.
Just in case.
Oh,
Look at Sarulik. There
Look
you
at
go,
that.
big boy. Oh, he wanted to hit that backdoor pass so bad.
That clock on the screen now, is that the game clock or the shot clock?
Put it up. It's funny
I
watching
just feel like
Dan
this possession's
Sarulik.
been going on for an extremely long time.
3 or 4 days at least.
And there's 18 seconds left on the clock. How is that fucking possible?
They made 35 passes
Syracuse
in the first
seems
20.
incredibly good at letting UConn dribble for 98 seconds and then fouling.
So that puts them at 6 for the team fouls. Connecticut already over the limit. So at the last 5 minutes, we'll be shooting.
It's funny to watch these games with guys like Sarulik who will not shoot beyond 2 feet for under any circumstance, and then to remember like Eric Cobb.
Yeah.
True.
Who would you rather have? Let's be honest.
It's Connecticut. Derek Coleman sucks.
Yeah, how are
Oh.
you getting smoked by Dan Sarulik?
Burrell is scoreless in this game. NFL with 4 points. So Syracuse doing a good job defensively.
And it was just kind of funny, like, it was a cool game, but choose a 1990 game where Hennefeld and Burrell fucking suck and John Gwynn lights up Syracuse.
And Terreno Walker.
Yeah, all right.
You say like it's a bad thing.
Yeah. It's just,
I mean, I would like
it's
to
just
see like
interesting.
a good Scott Burrell game.
So maybe next time you should pick the game.
Thought I got to pick the game.
You picked the frog.
I thought didn't you pick this game?
Technically, Russ did.
I did.
Well, stop letting Russ pick.
I don't know. It was cool.
This was a
I'm
good
into
game.
it. Oh. All right, give me Eric
That was
Cobb.
definitely going out off of Syracuse.
Eric Cobb never would have thrown that pass.
Or any pass.
Right to you, Billy.
So
Oh,
UConn
the
starting
shorts.
UConn starting 5 in this game. 2 players had 20 points or more, and the other 3 players combined for 5 points.
That's okay.
So I guess the last 4 minutes has a lot of Chris Smith points.
And probably Tate George as well.
Here comes some right here, I think. Maybe
Think
not.
again.
Well,
But now
maybe. They got 4 more field goal attempts on this possession.
They can reset the clock for another 2 minutes and 45 seconds. Syracuse should start fouling. They're not going to get the ball back.
Poorly coached.
Oh wow. Oh,
Okay.
Ooh.
that was kind of fun. That was
All
kind of fun.
right. That was weird.
Free throw line where he hit 4 big ones against Georgetown down the stretch yesterday. Scott's first.
And Greg, the point you made about the officials, that we haven't seen them really involved in the game, and I think what the players are doing right now defensively, they're realizing they're allowing them to play, and they're maybe going.
It would be cool if Connecticut Public Schools still produced guys like Chris Smith and Scott Burrell every year.
Oh, that would be cool. They don't. They all go to the magnets and or the prep schools and whatever.
What about Connecticut School Putnam Science Academy?
60 minutes. Then Murder, She Wrote in the 16th annual
Don't forget about the 7-footer at Bristol Central.
straight week. Lives
That's true. There is one.
I mean, the real question is, was Connecticut putting equally as good players on other teams, or were Chris Smith and Scott Burrell just the only two good players in Connecticut? So I think we can get two.
Lang.
He is ice cold.
No hugs.
Rough game for him.
No hugs.
He shoots 0 for 5 from the field in this game. Not his best.
Mustache looking good, though.
Sweet. It's a sweet stash. You know, it must have been fun to like run a 4-court press and then be able to put in a dove like at the half court.
What the fuck was that pass? Awful.
Wow.
Syracuse fucking
Wow.
sucks.
They do suck.
How do you
What
underthrow
a terrible
an entry pass? Like, seriously. Like, your guy has outside position and you throw it short?
Yeah, it's a cool way to get your best player 4 fouls.
Luckily, he's got 9 more fouls to go. It's the Big East.
Because he has that good arc on his pass. Free throw.
Connecticut lead. 2:49 left in regulation.
Just trying to imagine what it like. It's 1990 and you're watching this game and like praying to God that UConn finally wins this one. I would have been like vomiting on my shoes.
Russ was.
I wasn't wearing shoes. I was 4 days old.
Vomiting all over his person.
I may have been vomiting on Megan's shoes. I don't know.
Seems unlikely.
You don't know that.
Not a four corners. Nice to have a guy like NFL who can come out and get that ball.
Flop.
All right.
Get up.
There's still 16 seconds on the shot clock.
God.
This is awesome. And then another
Sure.
bailout foul every
I have
time.
no idea what they called there.
Every time.
I'm into it.
The Big 8.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, Mississippi was a state then?
I think they had applied for readmission to the Union
Oh.
by 1990.
Spread out that much. Stevie Thompson asking for help, and he's a good defender.
We should definitely have Chris Smith on. He'd definitely do a game, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do the Gamble opening for him.
Ooh, I like
Oh,
it.
that'd be good.
Chris, come on.
I have so many questions about playing Central Connecticut State at the Fieldhouse.
The funny thing is, I know you actually do.
I do. What was up with that?
That's not a joke. That's real.
That's right, Brent.
First of many.
That's wild.
Can you even
Only 3
imagine?
schools had won it.
Crazy.
Great defense by Walker. Wouldn't let Scott get the jump.
Oh.
Damn.
That sucks. That would have taken a year off my life if I was a young adult at this
Yep,
point.
100%.
Meach was toxic in the 1990 slack after that.
Couldn't get it.
Peter had
Doing,
fired
Tate?
Jim Calhoun by this point.
Time to dribble up for the last shot.
That's an offensive foul.
Oh.
Yep, that sucks. What?
I like
don't
the
think you know
spirit. Good
I don't
gumption.
think you know what the rules were.
Tell him.
Come on.
Committed so far out. You can see he's about 8
Would he have been in the circle if this was 2020?
I'm not sure.
was
That
close.
was not really a replay. They just showed.
Yeah, that was a terror. The video guy should be in jail.
Probably is for cocaine trafficking.
Or a Ponzi scheme.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
How
There
do
you
you
go. Man,
Man,
no discipline.
I'm the last possession of the game.
Poor
Coach
discipline.
just forgot to teach them to dribble.
There you go.
Here
Just
we
took
go.
him 10 minutes to rack the video.
His foot
And-
probably would have been in. Love to have to foul down 43 seconds left.
Chris Smith is about to make 19 free throws in the next 9 minutes, isn't he?
Syracuse forced to foul. Edwards commits his second. And the sophomore standout, Chris Smith from Bridgeport, steps to the line.
It just, going back to what you were saying, I think it was you, Meech. Like, it just must have been so exciting to be following this team, and like they're beating teams they've never beaten, and like their players are as good as the other really good players.
Your coach is insane, but in a fun way.
You really can only do it once. Like, even if Dan Hurley got us to winning a national championship, it's like, yeah, that's great. We've done this before.
I'll cry.
I would be pretty stoked.
I mean,
would
yeah,
too.
like, I'll cry when it happens, but like it's not the
Beautiful tears
same.
of joy.
It's not the same thing as the first time when your mind is just blown.
Oh,
Nice shot,
Grab
My
Eddie.
mind would be blown in
There
a
you go, Scott.
completely different way.
Right.
Smith at the 29-second mark, the foul in the backcourt.
I thought he knocked that out of bounds.
go for the two. Always go for the two.
Gotta love the quick two.
Just poor coaching right there.
Syracuse should really let go of this guy, whoever he is. Like, they definitely should not try and pull out 30 more years of him.
No.
Tate George from Newark, New Jersey with 16 points.
T. George from the line is figurative money. There it is.
God, you're waiting all night for that one.
How do they blow it here?
I will say 1990 Jim Boeheim does look like a guy who would like be swindled in a Ponzi scheme.
True. Big pyramid scheme energy.
He definitely looks like the guy in the sitcom who's like getting deeper and deeper, trying to hide it from his wife.
Kill him, Jonathan.
His
Get
ass,
him.
John.
Get him. Go for the legs.
Peel him.
Now, Jim Calhoun and the Huskies can win the Big East tournament and wind up
Whom to foul?
Hell yes.
Whom shall I foul?
Man, Burrell was really that bad?
It's just an unbelievable turnaround.
I would not have guessed even
foul or
baby
not
Burrell
to
was a
foul?
59% foul
Wherefore
shooter.
art thou foul? Shall I compare thee to a foul?
Is that a Ghostbusters joke?
Yeah.
And it will be the senior who will be coming up to that free throw line. Tate George, he has scored 18 points. 4 at the free throw line.
It was a fun game.
Yeah.
The parts I saw.
It was 10-0 before they scored, but Syracuse did lead it by
All the people who made it through that Olympic discussion are very excited right now.
super stoked.
I was not one of them, for the record.
Some are still better, though. Let's just say that.
The important thing to remember.
Oof, that was a crazy face.
I really want that fucking jacket. Look at that. It's the dribbling John, the crazy looking dribbling John. Oh my god, I want it so bad.
Might be one on eBay to pay for legal fees.
I would shell out at least $50 American for one of those.
Can't make that.
Trash.
Come on, the dove. Yeah, where you going, idiot?
Oh, that's right. They had to call timeout because the clock kept running after
Really?
they made basket. You had up to 5 seconds.
Stupid sport.
Really, this sport was awful before 1987 or 97. Really.
I would say once they went to the 35-second clock, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
35-second clock and stopping in the last minute. Like, those were the two rule changes that made the sport not stupid. Like, did anyone watch the Villanova-Georgetown 85 championship game?
I have.
Yeah.
Like they replayed it a few weeks ago, and the ending is like Georgetown scores, and then Villanova's like, we don't have to inbound the ball because that's how the rules work. And they just throw the ball in, and a guy falls, and it's awful.
Like, people talk shit about UConn Butler, the final. Way better to watch than Georgetown Villanova.
Mm-hmm.
What is the crowd saying?
Unclear.
What's Musburger saying? I heard his whiskers on our chin. Cerula fucking loves it.
They're so upset. Look at that.
Oh.
Yeah,
Jim.
Yeah.
They know what's happening.
When he was still capable of feeling joy.
Another marathon reference.
No, it's so funny because I've never heard that since.
It's late. It's great. Fuck Syracuse. Yeah. Their first made 3 of the night. Oh.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, remember when you could rush the court at Madison Square Garden?
You'd be getting harpooned if you tried that now.
Hey, there's Ron Artest.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
look at that
beautiful
great flag.
strip.
Oh,
UConn,
awesome
gorgeous.
flag.
It's gorgeous.
Derek Coleman just in there like, I suck.
Basketball.
Best fight song.
B-A-S-K-E.
White, blue, white, blue, white, blue, white.
Basketball. Basketball.
I mean, say what you will. That looks fucking cool.
Yeah, that's fun as hell.
Honestly, yeah.
I would 100% have been running out onto the floor. Look at this.
Yeah, that rules.
Totally rules.
No wonder John Gwynn ends up 14 feet in the air. Do they show that? That probably happens after
like
this
to see
broadcast
it.
ends, huh?
I
Yeah.
would like to see it.
You got 2 minutes left in this, so I'm guessing not.
Rude.
What are you talking about?
Classic photo of John Gwynn sitting on top of the MSG backboard after this game.
I thought it was after the Ohio State game.
Oh, was
Yeah,
it?
that was the NIT.
There's one of them
Yeah.
where he's holding onto the rim because they're cutting
No,
the
no, no.
rim.
The NIT
Yeah,
win,
that's
that's not John Gwynn. That's, who was the 2 guard on the 88 team? Shit, he was good. He had like an old-timey name, kind of. Phil
Nah, I
something.
said cutting rim.
Oh, Phil. Oh,
Phil
shit.
Gamble?
Phil Gamble.
Yeah.
He was the
R.I.P.
guy sitting on the... Well, let's listen to this.
Last question. Seton Hall was a Cinderella team last year. This year it's your team. I understand PJ Carlissimo has some advice for you. Regardless of what happens, you just want us to enjoy the ride.
Chip's going to punch
Enjoy
someone.
the ride indeed. Let's go back over to
How are you gonna say they're a Cinderella at this point?
Yeah,
Like they've been kicking ass all year.
They're a
They'd
one
already
seed.
beaten this team once.
Here you go,
Is this
Chris.
the picture you're talking about?
That is
No, but that
beautiful.
also rules.
That must be it.
All right, everybody, thanks for watching the A Dime Back
Imagine being the
Retrocast.
guy who has Chris Smith sitting on your shoulders.
That's Dan Cerulic.
Basketball championship.
All right, bye, everybody. Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.